Hello, my darling beep sheep. Welcome to another Tuesday writing stream. This is not a Tuesday productivity stream. It is a writing stream for Nano. And as you can see, I have with me a lovely friendo. So my lovely friendo, will you please introduce yourself, if it is convenient?
Yes. Hello, my name is Kelly. I am a writer, domestic goddess, and a captain of the Hot Mess Express. So, Sage, what are you working on today?
I love your intro so much. Folks,
Thanks.
if you are not already following, subscribed to Kelly. Her link is in the description box down below. I am working on my Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction. And it is also an enemies to lovers. And I'm very excited about it. I am so basically all of last week I was plotting it.
Yes.
And then Friday I started actually writing it. I've done the opening image, I've done theme stated, and I've done the first scene of the setup.
I love how you're going about this. It sounds very well thought out and not at all how I started my new project.
Well, tell us about your new project.
Well, first of all, before we get into that, I just want to say I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like not okay. Here's the thing. I never watched it or played the game, disclaimer, but I remember seeing bits of it on TV before or after Pokemon, but I was more of a Pokemon nerd than I was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Nerd.
Fair enough.
But I can appreciate the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom.
Okay. Excellent. By the way, all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 is on YouTube as a single video. It's 10.5 hours long. So it is currently sitting in my watch later. And I'm watching it like like 5 minutes at a time.
As much as I would love to like hop on that train with you and experience that, I have a hard time keeping up with other AuthorTube videos that I'm supposed to be keeping up with.
I know.
Like, I have a whole playlist and I just keep on adding to it. And I've only got through maybe 2 videos just because life. And I'm like, why?
Yeah. That's why I'm like doing it 5 minutes at a time because, yeah.
That's very smart of you. Very smart. So the new project, the shiny new idea that I got the first week of Nano, which I was working, as everyone knows, I was working on Project Bun with RP, but RP is currently focusing on resting and healing as he should be. And it's not fun writing a co-written story by yourself. So I wasn't looking for the idea. What had happened was my friend Chris, he messaged me and it was a Tumblr thread. Right? Right. Because that's where the best story ideas are generated from is Tumblr. Miss Jean, don't you?
Absolutely.
No. You don't need the Wendy's cup. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
She's just fighting sleep and she's so tired. She's getting delusional. Anyway, where was I at? Tumblr thread. Best stories come from. So basically, because I before doing the Vampire Masquerade, I never really had any experience with vampires. Didn't really care for vampires. Not that into it, right? Okay. Sylvia was a fun character to play as, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I could write this Tumblr thread post because I know a good bit about Fae too. And what it entailed was a vampire and a Fae feuding over the local human population. It is going to be high well, high fantasy because it's like in a whole nother world. Luna, please don't throw that. Someone is missing on nap time, if that's not obvious. And it's going to be an enemies to lovers romance. And I'm going to have 2 strong female protagonists who also bang.
I am totally here for this, and I need it in my e-reader. I need it now.
I'm fast drafting it. My plan is to fast draft it the rest of Nano and then clean it up in December.
Good thinking.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I got to get it down on paper.
Definitely.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull up the chat. Sako was sliding. Hello, Sako. And Shell, hello. And Pronoun. Devon.
Devon from the Devonverse.
Hashtag Divine Devon. Hello, Mindy. And CB. And Jackie. And Pronoun is agreeing with me. We need that immediately.
Yes, I think Pronoun was on Jordan's stream the other night whenever I was talking about it because I couldn't shut up.
Quite possibly. And hello, Debbie.
Hello.
Okay. So, usually I like to ask how long people want to sprint for. However, I've been finding the flat 20-minute sprints really helpful. So if you're down with that, then that's what we're going to do.
Yes, that gives me 20 minutes to try to put this toddler to sleep. So then maybe the rest of the stream I can be productive.
Excellent. So I'm going to... I swear I fixed that banner just now. Good grief. Put the banner up. Okay, yes. Pronoun was in that stream and was already digging it then. Awesome.
I felt so bad though, because I just was in such a manic state yesterday that like today I thought it was Wednesday. I was just telling Sage this because I was like, I forgot today was Wednesday. We were streaming together and I'm supposed to have a video that was supposed to go up 3 hours ago that I never filmed the day before. And Sage was like, calm down. Today's Tuesday. I'm like, the chaos that happens.
It's okay, Mama Roll. I got you back.
Yes, Hot Mess Express over here.
That's okay. I'm a first-class passenger on the Hot Mess Express. So
I love it.
Okay, I'm pulling up the timer. Kelli, do you want to count us in?
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoops. Beepity beep.
So,
That was our first sprint.
what
How
did
did
you
you-
get done?
I wrote 231 words
Oh,
and also
impressed.
Instagrammed.
So impressed, much impressed.
How did you do?
I ate food, which is lovely, and I got 111 words down. So between monitoring Luna and eating, I'll chalk that up as a win.
That is awesome. I am super proud of you. Jace is in the chat. Hello, Jace. It's nice to see you again. And Ayane is also here. Hello. CB says, I'm a piping hot mess, to quote Iron Man. And Ace says, hot mess reporting in. So yes, the Hot Mess Express is doing well. Liz is here. Good morning. It's nice to see you. B did 165. Ace did 707, which is incredible.
Very incredible.
Ali got 109. We love it. And Jackie started on some reading for class. Excellent. That is what we like to see.
I don't miss the reading for class bit. I was talking to Zara earlier today because she had some homework, and I was like, "Oh, is it just stuff you can breeze through?" Because I could breeze through like essays and stuff pretty easy. But she was like, "It's a lot of reading," and I was like, "Oh, no, I don't miss that." Because I'm a type of person where, like, if I have a good book, I can sit down and I can start it, but I can also DNF it, even if I loved it. Like, I put down A Court of Mists and Fury, and one of my former coworkers is like, how could you just put it down and not finish? I'm like, well, I was about halfway through, towards the end, like 75% through. I was like, I don't know, I just needed a break. And she's like, well, when are you going to go back and finish it? I'm like, I don't know. Do you know how long it's been since I've actually touched that book, and now it's in storage? A really long time.
A really long time?
That was a former coworker from like one of my first jobs.
I get that. I have the same. Honestly, I have probably about 15 books that I'm reading at the moment because I'll pick it up, I'll read it, even if I love it. I'll read like 2 pages, maybe a chapter, put it down and not look at it again for a couple of months. So
before, I want to say it was shortly after I gave birth to Luna, I got Wicked Saints. And I was like, yes, love this, love it. And I am like towards the end, and I just haven't read it for about a year now. I haven't read it for about a year, and I really need to finish it. I did, however, finish Coraline because I told myself I couldn't start Wicked Saints if I didn't finish Coraline. But Coraline, I feel like not that it's easier to digest, but it's kind of easier to digest because it's a smaller book. It's like 30,000 words. So I had that done fairly quickly. And I was also reading it to Luna, which was a motivator. Like right now, we were reading Stardust, right? And I kind of fell off that bandwagon because like just got so wrapped up in shiny new idea project. But I really need to go back. She was enjoying it to where she thought that she could sit down and she would read to me. And thus she has destroyed the cover.
Yes. I understand that. Sorry, I just want to see. Shell has done edits and more research for the short story. Excellent. Pronoun cleaned up a bit and downloaded some documents. Great. Maya says in university I had to read 1 to 2 books a week. It was a lot. That is a lot. I used to read, well, when I was in high school, I would read like a book a day. But I was like not doing anything else, including my homework, which is not smart. Actually do your homework, folks. It's a thing. And then when I hit my 20s, I slowed down a lot so I could read 1 book every sort of 10 days. Now I'm lucky if I finish a book in a month.
It was similar. Like, I would still do homework and stuff, but because my social life has always been lacking, I had like maybe I had a handful of friends. And most of the time, if I wasn't with the one best friend that I had, I was like alone at home, either playing my Nintendo DS and it was Pokemon, or I was reading. And the Percy Jackson books really got me into reading. I will forever love Percy Jackson for that. In fact, I wanted to, at one point in time, name one of my like firstborn children either Annabelle or not Annabelle, Annabeth, or Percy. I was hoping though for Percy because I was like, ooh, that's kind of gender neutral. But we went with Luna, so it didn't happen. Yeah,
Luna is good. Yeah.
hello.
And Sako is back. Hello. Pronoun says the same thing happens to them. Ace says, when I was younger, I read books cover to cover in the span of a few days. Now it's a chapter here, a chapter there, and 2 months later, I remember that I was reading that book.
Yes.
Yeah. Shell has had to bounce for day job stuff. Thanks for coming, Shell, and good luck with your day job stuff.
Yes, good luck.
And Bex is here. Hello, Bex.
Hello.
Audiobooks are hella helpful for finishing books. Yes, they are.
Yes, I heard audiobooks are helpful, but here I struggle with I want it to look pretty on my shelf.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I get the audio? I mean, I'm sure my local library has stuff, but I haven't made it there yet.
Quite possibly. I mean, speaking of looking pretty on my shelf, so I got book mail the other day, and this is The End of Magic, which is a fantastic sort of grim fun fantasy book by my favorite living author, Mark Stay, who I am thrilled to be able to say is a friend of mine. And so I already had a copy of this, but for those of you who are new to the channel, last year we had a bit of a rodent invasion in the house, and my copy of the book got chewed up. We got it sorted. It's fine now, but that copy was not signed. This one is. So this book has pride of place on my bookshelf. Stay. It sits next to my portrait of the late great Sir Terry Pratchett, and it will stay there forever and ever and ever and ever. I also got this in the mail, which is a military thriller written by another great friend of mine, and it also is signed.
That's so awesome.
It's the first book in the Team Cult series, and I did the cover design for the prequel for the Team Cult series. So I have signed and signed and signed. You're still muted.
Was how your birthday went.
My birthday went fantabulously. I launched a book. I sold a bunch of copies of the book.
Whoa!
And I meant to do a giveaway during that stream, but we got so carried away, we turned it into an impromptu karaoke stream.
Oh, I love that.
We got so carried away that I completely forgot to do the giveaway. So at some point in the next couple of days, I will do a giveaway. I just don't know when that's going to happen. So,
I have to keep an eye out. I told Kahila, I was like, whenever we move, I want, and if I can have an office space, I want to have a, like my bookshelf, and I want to be organized to where it's like, I have a shelf for author tuber books.
mm-hmm.
Have their own little space, and we were talking about like how to sort shelves. Logan was horrified because I wanted to sort it based on color.
Yeah,
he was like, he's literally, I'm like, well, how would you sort it? Like, I guess I would put like genre together or like different series that go together, together. Like Percy would have his own little shelf and everything, and the Heroes of Olympus, Trials of Apollo, they'd all be on the same shelf. But then I was like, oh, well, how would you do it? He was like, alphabetically, by genre, by author's last name. I'm like, you're going to library that bitch? Are you serious? You're not going to have fun with it? And he was like, mm-mm. He's like, that is fun. It's organized, Kelly. And I was like, don't talk to me anymore. You're not going to organize my bookshelf for me.
So I don't have enough hard copy books to warrant any kind of organizational system for them. Although I did just find another stack of books in the other room when I was looking for something else yesterday. So that's a thing. So basically, they go in order of tallest to shortest.
See, we were watching someone who was sorting them like that, and Logan was also horrified from the tallest to shortest. And I was like, some people do that. Some people go tall to short by color. They want a rainbow. I'm like, I want a rainbow. And he's like, then you break up series and stuff. I'm like, yes, it's a sacrifice, but the aesthetic.
Yeah. So if I had more series, I would probably group it by series. But I don't. And the few series that I do have generally are the same size. So it's okay. I'm not breaking up the series. Yes. Okay, let's have a look here. What is going on in chat?
How would you all organize your dream bookshelf? Like, what? Yes,
CB did 167 and sent an email. We love that. Turtle is here. Hi.
Hello.
Turtle loves audiobooks. Yes. Audiobooks are great for getting little ones to nap too. I would imagine they would be.
Yes. She loves being read too. I'll have to go down to the library sometime and pick some up.
Mm-hmm. If your library works with Overdrive, you should be able to do it through Overdrive.
I have no idea what that is.
Libby. Libby is the app name. Overdrive is the company name.
Got you. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
I will private chat link you, or I'll link you on Instagram. That's easier.
Yeah.
It can look pretty in your head, though. Yes. Yes, only get audiobooks from your library online. Yes. Used to do that with my cousin when he was very little. Love my online selection, and it returns itself. That's important. See, Libby finally has started working in South Africa. However, I don't have a library card currently. And my local library only does in-person applications.
Mm,
And they're
sounds like
closed because
the Rona.
the Rona. So that's a thing.
Ugh.
Yes, Libby is so useful. I will link you to Libby. Eleni is here. Hello. It's nice to see you. Debbie says, I can't do audiobooks. I don't remember what happens. Fair enough. I have that problem when I'm reading physical books because I leave them alone for too long and then have to read back to figure out where I was. RP is here, possibly, or was here. Hello. Hearts and good, healthy things for RP.
Yes. I only got half a heart because my other hand is in the phone.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
Teamwork. CB has audiobook CDs because then if the internet packs up, I have options. Excellent. For Bex, it got to, do I want to read no books at all, or do I want to listen to books and maybe forget more than I usually would? But that's just me being a weirdo. I totally get that.
I do too.
Yeah. Turtle says, it isn't available at my library. Is The End of Magic an indie book? Yes, technically. It was published by Unbound, which is a crowdsourcing indie publisher. I'm going to put a link in the chat to The End of Magic. I don't know if it's available through libraries, but I know it is available all over the place. So
call your local libraries and ask them to order it.
Yeah, basically. That is a thing. Devin is doing the Lord's work, and
yes, Devin, coming in clutch.
Devin is honestly the best moderator. Ace likes audiobooks for running and workouts, but tend to forget to download them before I go on the run. Yeah.
That's what I heard. People were like, ooh, I listen on it to my commute. And I'm like, ooh, I could do that. But I also like bump into music.
Yeah. So I had this weird thing when I was still working in an office. I couldn't listen to music while I was working because I would get too into the music, but I could listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
Ooh, interesting.
And for some reason that didn't affect me. But I was always on the Wi-Fi, so I never had to worry about downloading stuff ahead of time.
Got you.
Ayane says, don't break up the series. That's cruel. Yes, I know.
But
Turtle says, I just don't download them immediately, or sometimes I use my data. Yes. CB says, when I had space for a big bookshelf for my books a couple of apartments ago, I had all my Babysitters Club books arranged by character and then by number. Interesting.
Yes, interesting.
Turtle can't break up series either, organized by type. Ayane goes by content and genre.
Nice.
Cool. Turtle likes going tall to short. Ace says sort by genre, freeze together, and after that by size, although I take some liberties if it just looks shite. But fair enough. So I used to manage a bookshop, but it was a secondhand bookshop, and they were a little bit lax on how things were organized. So basically we had not really genre, but basically fiction, non-fiction. and then within fiction by author surname, and then within. So when I started there, it was just by author surname, and like all of the Kellermans were together, regardless of whether it was Faye or Jonathan or whatever. So it was all jumbled up. And then I went through and I made it my project, and it took me about 2 weeks to do the whole store, where I grouped it not just by author surname, but then also so Kellerman Faye, and then Kellerman Jonathan, and then the titles of alphabetically.
Got you. So you actually went through and like did the whole shebang.
I did the whole shebang, and it took a while. Once it was done, it was really easy to maintain, because there were only 2 other people who ever shelved anything there.
Right.
And more than not, they just return the stuff and leave it on my desk, and then I would do the shelving. So my system worked nicely, and then my mom got sick and I had to give up that job so that I could look after her.
So nice of you.
Just doing what I had to do. Okay, so RP is still here. Yay! We love you, RP.
Yes.
And there is the link for the End of Magic. Also, Mark Stay's new series, the first installment, comes out in February from Simon & Schuster, so that one should hopefully be available through your libraries. It is called The Crowfolk, and it is book 1 of the Witches of Woodville series. I was very privileged to be a beta reader on it. It is fantastic. I don't think I have ever been more excited about a book. And I am currently beta reading the 2nd book in the series. So, very exciting things. Hello, Luca.
Hello.
That is a familiar avatar, but a new name? ... question mark. Anyway, hello and welcome. So we have been gabbing for a while now.
A good bit, like we do.
So we should probably try and get another sprint in.
I'm down for that. I'm going to try to put her to sleep now. See if she'll fight me any less.
Lunabug, listen to your mom.
She's over there fake coughing right now.
Oh, goodness.
She craves the attention. All right.
Okay, so timer is up. We are going to sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, folks, that was the end of the second sprint. So let us know how you did. As you can see from the banner, I did not do great because freaking 10 switches.
Tell us how you really feel about 10 switches. So lay it all out on the table.
Luckily, it was. I've only written 4 scenes so far.
Mm-hmm.
But halfway through the 3rd scene, I switched from past to present without noticing that I had switched from past to present.
Oh no!
And then when I went in to start writing the new scene, I was like, hang on, this doesn't feel right. And I went back and I noticed that, yes, I had started in past and was suddenly writing in present. So I went back and fixed all of that.
What tense do you typically write in? Because I am always like 3rd person, omniscient, but limited, and past tense.
So I generally do past tense for everything except like thrillery, dark fantasy stuff. That I prefer to do present tense because it keeps it helps ramp the tension up. And I tend to go for 3rd person close or 1st person.
See, I used to write a lot of 1st person whenever I was like in high school, but then I don't know what happened. I just started writing 3rd person, and I was like, this is lovely. I can get the whole scene, maybe a little bit from everybody, and it'll be great. It's a great time.
Right. So I'm going to say something that I learned from Emad Akhtar, who is, or at least was, I don't know if he still is, the editorial director of Orion Books in the UK. And he said, any story can be told in any tense and any point of view. If you do it properly.
Yes. See, that's the thing. I like writing in 3rd person, but I like reading in 1st person.
Yeah. I'm not terribly fussed. I don't have a preference for what I'm reading. As long as whatever it is done well.
Got you.
Yeah. So, how did you do?
I got 84 words in, changed a poopy diaper, and broke up a cat fight. So.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm telling you, a hot mess over here. We got everything going on.
You are having a day. My goodness.
I know. And I still gotta go to the post office sometime today. But I'm thinking if Luna doesn't go to sleep during this live stream, which she is seemingly not, as I will flip you around to her. She's just living her best life. She's tired as hell. But she's like, no, I will not sleep. But you know what's going to make her sleep? A ride to the post office, which is like 30 minutes away.
Yep, so, that'll do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that'll do it. Get her a little bit of a nap. And then hopefully she's so tired whenever we get back that I can put her in her crib and she can nap even longer. And I could either bust out more words and then do all my other things I got to do because I got a list today.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's see how well I stick to it.
I believe in you.
Thank you. At least someone does.
Of course, I am your internet parent.
The greatest.
Hello, Cliftinifer. Cliftina says, remember to gently squeeze the like button. Remind it that it matters and is loved. And then smash it, because that's what we do here. We Hulk smash the like buttons. Rah.
Yes. Hulk smash it. Sylvia smash it.
Sylvia smash. Yes. Speaking of, remember to hydrate, stretch, and back up your work, folks.
You can't pull mommy's shirt off on camera. I'm sorry.
Children's. Oh my goodness. StreamYard, can you not? Okay, yes, it is a new name in the process of rebranding and changing pen name. So this is the new pen name. I like it. Debbie got 295.
Dang.
CB got 179. Ace got 572. Excellent.
Wonderful.
I'm not sure what this is in reference to. Excuse me.
I'm also confused.
The tense switching, I think.
Oh, it's okay. Don't feel bad, CB. I am also terrible with grammar, and it is in fact one of my many weaknesses. The next is spelling, and somehow here I am doing the writing things anyway.
Well, that's what editing and rewrites are for.
Exactly.
Yeah. 312 for Luca.
Good.
Jackie finished her homework. Excellent.
Yay!
And Iveta is here. Hello. Just got here from Campbell's stream. Hello. Welcome. Cliftinifer is using productivity time to read to the monster and pick up the house. Yes.
Oh, I love it. I also refer to Luna as a monster sometimes. Logan hates it. He's like, don't you call her that? I'm like, she is.
Sometimes. Yeah, but I also sometimes call my babies monsters, but they are. Cliftinifer thought that we said Soviet smash. In Soviet Russia, like button smash you. No, Cliftinifer, Sylvia.
Sylvia smash. You know what that makes me think of, though? So I have this friend who is really big into self-deprecating humor, trying to wean him off of it. He's also the friend that sent me the Tumblr thread to get me onto this next story. But anyway, the whole Soviet joke, like in Soviet Russia, like button smash you. He'll be like, "Oh, well, at least someone is." That's his kind of humor, and I've been conditioned for it.
Not wrong.
I mean, totally not wrong in his circumstance. In fact, I'm gonna have to message him later and be like, "Hey, I thought of you today. I kind of talked about you on stream. Hope that's okay, buddy."
Great at spelling, but useless with grammar. It's fine. I'm not great with either when I'm drafting. When I'm editing, I'm a different person.
See, I feel like, okay, hear me out. I've never properly edited a book that I've drafted because I go back through and I hate my drafting self so much. I loathe her. I don't know who she is. And currently I'm drafting another book, so it's just a mess.
I don't have advice for you. I've edited other people's work, not so much my own work.
I think what I'm going to do, like I've heard like put it down and then come back to it. But since I'm fast drafting this one, I think what I'm going to do is kind of like what me and RP do is I'm going to do a total rewrite. And then I'm going to plot how RP and I have been plotting Project Bun, which is like chapter by chapter, putting like 5 sentences in to summarize what's supposed to happen in that chapter.
Makes sense.
Yes. That's my plan so far. I don't know what I'm doing after.
I think that's a good plan. Brandon is here. Hello, Brandon.
Hello.
Cliftinifer has many terms of endearment for the small one. Yes. Jace is eating so that he doesn't have to eat during his stream. That is a good plan.
Good.
His
What are you
stream
eating?
starts at the top of the hour, by the way. So if you like to watch Sims 4 things, Jace, if you're here, you can stick your link in the chat.
I want to know what Jace is eating.
Yes, Jace, tell us what you're eating. Debbie refers to hers as minions.
We call my sister-in-law's children Spawn because she's a Gemini, so I frequently tease her about being Satan. And so, well, her husband did it, and then I picked it up. So it is Satan in the Spawn. In the Spawns.
I love that.
Oh, yes, she rolls with it, too.
My mom used to call us OLSDs, organic labor saving devices.
Oh, that's so smart. Because that's what we are. We're just a bunch of cells and DNA together.
Yeah.
I'm never going to forget whenever I was watching Zootopia and that fox went, "It's in my dinner." Logan busted out laughing so hard and he snorted and everything. He's like, "Kelly, look. It's Guernsey County right there." And I was like, oh boy. Oh boy, Logan. Oh boy.
Probably. Okay. Yes.
That doesn't sound like food. That sounds like a drink.
Cliptinifer has never been on a cruise, but oh goodness. Okay, I'm not going to read that out.
Wait, I didn't get to read it. I'm going to go back in the comments. Hold on, I got to read this. Love it.
CB has also not been on a cruise because they don't swim. I will never go on a cruise because, number one, thalassophobia.
The fuck is that?
Fear of the ocean. Number two, cruises are contamination centers. I have no desire to no, thank you. I used to say that I wanted to do like the Alaskan River cruise and the Viking cruise, the Scandinavian Northern Lights cruise and all of that. But no, I do not want to spend any amount of time on a boat with other people because other people suck. Also,
Okay,
I'm never leaving my house.
Okay, that's not good. We can touch on that in a different conversation, and I'm a bookmark this, and then therapist Kelly's going to come back, and we're going to have a talk. Okay? Because it sounds like you need it.
Yes. I completely lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll talk about cruises because I have not also been on a cruise, but I also have a fear of water. I can swim, I can do the things, I can kayak. I just don't trust other people around me with said water. I trust Logan with me because he has proven his trust many a times. He could have dunked me underwater or flipped my kayak, and he doesn't. So he does love me. That's how I know.
That's important.
Yes.
Jace says, mine is gaming, not writing, so it's not a nano thing. Yes, I know, darling, but you can still put the link in the chat for people who might want to take a break from nanoing.
Yes, plug yourself, Jace. Damn.
Brandon will never get on a cruise because terrible phobia of boats, swimming, and the ocean. Yeah, I'm with you.
The ocean's a mysterious place.
I actually don't mind boats.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up at the coast and we did a lot of like school trips on boats and things. And that's fine. The boat is fine. I don't want to see the ocean.
Oh.
I don't trust the ocean. Also, the boats that we went on were mostly in the estuary, which is different.
Yeah, I feel like that would be more still water, kind of like what lakes and shit are.
Yeah. Yeah. Jace is eating chicken cordon bleu pasta. Sounds delicious.
Sounds fancy.
Jace sometimes wonders if God had to DNF his DNA. I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
You are perfect the way you are, Chase.
Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about.
I do. I know all the secrets of the cosmos. I am a Pisces.
Exactly. CB says we were nearly going to go on a Bon Jovi cruise, but Mum thought better of it. I didn't know that was a thing. Said I will go on one, but only if I learn to swim first. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Cruises are for eating, not for swimming. True, but water safety. Cruises are floating buffets. True. And as Brandon says, what if someone gets yeeted off? Indeed.
Exactly. Don't trust the other people around the water around me, but I trust a handful of people, and then the water is just weird. I don't trust what's in the water. I like water. Like, I like swimming in pools and stuff, but I hate the idea of something touching my leg. Like, I was like scarred as a child. My grandfather, so kind of him. He took me and my cousin Janetta to an aquarium, right? At this point in time, little Kelly wanted to be a marine biologist, so he was just doing what we were both interested in at the time.
Right.
Good grandpa. Well, we get there, everything's good and fine. Then we're like walking through like the tunnels of the water where it's all around you. And I'm looking at a tiger shark, and I'm actually really fascinated with the shark. And I'm like, ooh, you know what? I think I like sharks. Like, it was like really pretty the way it was moving. And like, even though its teeth were kind of fucked up, like I still thought it was pretty. Everyone else was looking at like the sea turtle and, oh, look at these clownfish. And I was like, oh, look at that tiger shark. He just minded his own business. Like, look at him. Well, then I moved because my grandma was like, come here and look at the sea turtle. So I'm like, okay. So I go to look at the sea turtle, and I see it, and it's swimming by pretty fast. And everyone's like, ooh, the sea turtle. Right? Okay. So people are starting to crowd around this one pane of glass. I'm kind of getting like social anxiety. I'm like, I'm going to go back to my little corner and watching my shark. So I turn around because it was like directly around. And then I'm eye to eye with an eel from the Little Mermaid eel. And I am like scarred for life. Okay. I am terrified of eels. Oh, the way their necks do the thing and their jaw like double opens. And it was just looking at me. And I was like, ooh, where's my shark? Where's my shark? And I just fucking like bolted out of there because my shark was gone. That's how I knew I didn't want to be a marine biologist anymore.
I don't blame you. Eels are scary.
Yeah, they are. And then like around here, it's very popular that people go swimming in lakes and stuff. And I used to as a child, but not anymore. I don't. I feel something brush up against me, and I'm like, not today. Have you ever seen the freaking, what's his name on Animal Planet? River Monsters. Have you ever watched River Monsters?
No, and I'm not going to.
It is crazy. It has instilled and validated my fear of creatures in the water even more. But you know what's weird? I hate water. I can't see down. But I went to Florida like my junior year. And I would like swam out, touch the buoy, swam back. It was totally fine. I don't know what came over me, but something happened.
Strange things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to skip over the comments because we need to get a final sprint in.
Yes, yes we do.
There is Jace's linky thing.
Do you see that fanfic idea that Christina Poe has about Titanic, but with Jaws?
I will check that in a second. Brandon says, since you know everything, does that mean that he has to sacrifice bulls for a good future? I'm not sure what that's all about.
Oh. No sacrifices needed.
We don't like sacrifices.
No.
Amazing idea for fanfic Titanic, but with Jaws. I mean, yeah. Jace. Cliftina Fur.
It's okay. My teeth are horrible too.
I have a gap. And it would be fine if it was like in the middle, but it's off to the side and it keeps getting bigger. And I'm just like, really? That's annoying.
Well, you know, it'd be cool. Put like a little vampire fang up in there. Really scare people.
Yeah. I actually, when I was in high school, I was like super goth. And I told my parents that as soon as I was old enough and had enough money, I was going to get my my teeth filed to points so I could be a vampire. Yes. Because I'm cringy like that.
Don't feel too cringy. I asked my dentist if she could make caps to put on my teeth specifically. And she was like, "Are you into vampires?" I'm like, "Not really. I just like the look."
Okay, we are going to do our third and final sprint. Sorry that I'm cutting people off, but we do have a time limit. So 20 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Beepity beep, folks. That was the end of our final sprint. How did you do?
I got a total for this stream of 562 words, so not terrible with all of the chaos going on.
That's 100 words more than I got. So.
Luna.
Yeah. And I updated my count on the Nano site, and I have officially passed 5K.
Woo! Little victories. That's what matters.
So I'm super happy. Yes. I mean, I'm not going for the 50K. I'm just seeing where the story takes me. But it's always nice when you hit a milestone.
It is. I agree. Yes.
Pronouns is my previous partner's canines legit looked like bangs. Not gonna lie, it was hot. I mean,
I also have some weird attraction things. Like,
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't say anything either. I was just going to sit here and just spurt out my like weird thing that I find attractive that I probably shouldn't find attractive. But okay, we're not.
Maybe we'll talk about that on another stream.
Agreed.
I mean, we do still have next week to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, on my channel, it's just going to be craziness anyway, so chaos unhinged.
Exactly. But I mean, this is the Hot Mess Express.
Yes.
So Eva is here. Hello. Eva. How's everyone's day going? My day is about to wrap up. When I'm done with the stream, I'm going to go and make some dinner, and then I'm having an early night, I think, because I've not been sleeping that well. Sounds lovely.
I still have to. It's afternoon for me, so I still got to go to the post office, get my little Lunosaurus Rex to sleep, and clean out the litter boxes and straighten Bertha up because she's looking a bit rough right now. Yeah, Luna, that's what happens when you walk on a camping chair, baby. You're gonna fall through.
Eva would like to know how RP is doing. He is getting better slowly,
yes,
but he is getting better. That's partly why I didn't get 500 words during the sprint, during the stream, which is what I like to aim for, is because I was chatting with RP. So yes. Ace got no words but got food and updates the outline. Excellent. Hello, Kelly. Unfortunately, we are about to wrap up. So I'm just running through the comments quickly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure what that's about. Cliftina finished 2 Dr. Seuss books, Green Eggs and Ham twice and Hop on Pop, and then made a quick lunch. Excellent.
Nice.
Yes. 7:31 for CB. Excellent. No idea. Yes, hooray on 5K. Writing the build up to the big kidnapping scene. Ooh. Turtle got vanity cleaned, and I'm still getting the old veneer off, but we'll do some writing today. Excellent. Also got fluids, so feeling hydrated and amazing. We'll probably make coffee. Coffee is good. And congratulations on the words, everyone. Yes, you are all amazing. So saith your internet parent. Right. Kelly, my love, do you want to do an outro?
Yes, my name is Kelly. I am a writer, domestic goddess, and captain of the Hot Mess Express. If that interests you at all, any bit of it, I'm pretty sure Sage has my link in the description below. So come check me out. It's a good time. It is It is a chaotic time, but it's a good time, and that's what we're all here for. Let's be honest.
Absolutely. And I'm Sage. This is my channel. In November, I am streaming every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. South African, for 2 hours. Writing brunch, I am calling it. So if you want to get your words in early for the day, you are welcome to join me. On Saturday, I am kicking off Sarah Cahill from I Got a Blank Pages NaNoWriMo Relay, which I believe Kelly is also participating in.
On the 8 a.m. slot.
The 8 a.m. slot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the 5 a.m. slot. Times in Eastern, by the way.
Yep.
And on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, I am doing Plant a Forest with me on Zara Hoffman's channel. And I think that's everything that I have coming up. Next week, Monday, on the Here for the Bands podcast channel, there will be an episode. I don't know what the episode is going to be yet. It is possibly going to be a mid-nano, muddy middle kind of episode. I don't think RP is well enough to co-host, so Sako will co-host with me, and we will just send RP all the good wishes. And links to Kelly's things and my things in the description box down below. I have a video coming out. It was supposed to come out today. It will probably come out tomorrow morning because I'm going to have to upload it overnight because my internet is shite, and that's a thing. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. Folks, thanks for joining us. Go and check out Kelly because she's awesome. Go and check out RP because he's awesome. Send him all the love. Black lives still matter. Trans rights are still human rights. You are real, you are valid, and you are loved. Stay safe, stay strong. And until next time, happy writing. We'll see you again.